Lovely Peaches is probably the most hated social media influencer who still exists on multiple platforms despite having her accounts banned all the time. She's been exposed in the past for abusing her daughter, telling fans she's killed her daughter and sold her. The list goes on and on for all the horrific things that Peaches has done, and there's no doubt that she has some major psychological issues. What people don't know is that her behaviour stems back to her very disturbing childhood. A friend who actually knows Peaches got in touch with a drama channel called Tati. Basically, this alleged friend of hers exposed why she acts the way she does, and it's really disturbing. He'd said, "So, the facts. First of all, a lot of people wonder whether Peaches is really like how she presents herself, or if it's all an act. The answer is somewhere in between. To understand this, you have to know her past. She's legitimately mentally ill. Although I don't understand her exact diagnosis, it's likely to be a personality disorder that affects her ability to comprehend social cues. When she was younger, she didn't have many real friends in school. Only people that would make fun of her, but act as though they're laughing with her. Sadly, in today's world, this is nothing unusual. Every school I've ever gone to always has the speed kids that students pretend to be friends with, just to enable them to do or say embarrassing things, just for their own satisfaction. This happened to Peaches. She learned in school that by joking around to humiliate herself, pretending to have bad hygiene, STDs, etc., she could gain the false positive attention she wouldn't get otherwise. Anyways, warnings, we'll be mentioning death and underage rape. What many people might not know is that when Peaches was a young teen, her mother passed away. To help make money, her father, who was abusive at the time but has since fixed their relationship, legitimately sold Peaches to other men. When Peaches talks about the time she slept with adults as an underage child, she may be joking to help cope, but everything she says is really true. She couldn't stand being with her father, so she dropped out of school and ran away from home to be homeless, and resorted to underage prostitution, as it was the only way she knew to make money. The alleged friend had then corrected himself in the DMs saying, "I need to correct something. It actually wasn't her father that Peaches to other men. I clarified with her and her father took no part in it. It all started when she ran away from home at 15 and had nowhere to stay. So these men found her and offered to let her stay over and then, took advantage of her." He continues, "That's when she decided to move her school-learned behaviour onto social media, especially Instagram. She would tell stories, both real and fake, about the prostitution she was doing, despite having always been clean and not contracting any STD. She would pretend that she was spreading STD and saying all sorts of horrible things for attention, and it worked. Just like at school, she got followers quickly because ultimately, people found it funny to watch the mentally ill girl online humiliate herself. Now, I wish that was as bad as it got. From that point on, anything she's ever done or said has been faked for attention. While some parts of her online personality is true, majority is indeed trolling. The worst it's probably ever gotten was when she had her daughter Cora Miracle. As you already know, she said some terrible, horrible things about her daughter, including claims that she too was being sold to older men. But everything she'd ever said about Cora has been 101% fake. Now, everyone always says either way that's a terrible thing to joke about, which of course it is, but this is where we really have to understand the effects of her mental condition and trauma. She likely copes with her own trauma by projecting it publicly onto Cora. By the way, it's actually believed Cora was actually the result of a prostitution client, but I haven't confirmed this. She does so as her way of trolling, because although most people know joking about your daughter isn't funny, she doesn't understand when a joke crosses the line. She doesn't understand the consequences, such as Cora growing up and being traumatized by the awful lies her mum has made out about her. I'm in no way saying anything Peaches has said is okay. The damage is done and can never be taken back, but we really need to understand it's not her fault. She doesn't know how bad the jokes she's made are. All she knows is, hee, trolling people is so fun and gets me lots of followers. And let's keep in mind, she makes money off her following. She said herself that a big part of the reason why she'd joke about her daughter is because it's actually helped her provide for her daughter without needing to prostitute herself for money. When you think about it, the fans who followed her and encouraged her jokes are the real bad guys here. Peaches made a terrible mistake talking about her daughter in the first place, but it's her fans that got her to continue, making her feel like it was her only option. Keep in mind, when I say fans, these are all fake fans. 99.99% of Peaches' following literally only follow her to laugh at her, and it's sick. When I said I'm her fan in the beginning, I meant I actually do respect and admire her. More on that later. Anyways, the main point is, she never ever hurt Cora. In fact, most of the time she joked about her, Cora was actually living with other family members while Peaches tried to stabilize herself financially. She'd never want to hurt Cora. She actually loves her with all her heart. In fact, here's the saddest part. Cora was actually named after Peaches' mother, Cora Johnson, who, as I mentioned, passed a few years ago. Also, I believe her mother didn't actually have Miracle in her name though, but rather Peaches chose the middle name because that's what she was to her. But now, in case you're unaware, due to her revisiting her old Cora jokes, along with gaining more attention online by making a jokes about Charlie D'Amelio, all of which were also fake trolling by the way, CPS was actually contacted and took Cora away from her and her whole family, and she is currently in foster care. This broke Peaches' heart. She's told me personally it felt like she was losing her mother all over again. Shortly after, Lovely Peaches attempted to take her own life, and what's so sick is that many of her fans made jokes about this. Many of the people that hate her for her distasteful humour, or actually believe her trolling, thought that she faked the suicide. She shared medical documents with me. She legitimately tried to overdose and end her life, but still, no one takes her seriously. They all think she's either a pedophile monster or a funny troll. What most people don't realise is, she regrets the actions she's taken to get to where she is now. She's finally starting to understand the consequences of her actions, but it's far too late now. Around the same time she lost Cora, her verified Instagram was mass reported and deleted, which by the way, the video you reacted to is months old. Her account at Lovely Peaches Music 100 is no longer up. Suddenly, along with her daughter, she lost her most steady source of income and had to go back to prostitution herself, which she's still currently doing. And the most effed up part is, she couldn't even get a real job now even if she wanted to. Not even McDonald's would want to hire her after all the controversies surrounding her. Her only option she knows to make money right now is prostitution, until she can start gaining money on her new Instagram account, Lovely Peaches Music Forever 2001. To gain money, she needs to rebuild her following. So now, this is the main point of why I typed this whole thing. She needs more fans, real fans. Currently, she's gained a decent following already, but they're mostly the same enablers she used to have. She's been acting better since making a new account, but she's had her incidents here and there where she does something gross on live to please her demanding followers. She's even spoken to me before doing these lives, saying how much she doesn't want to, but she feels like now she's gotten herself into this mess, she has to keep doing things to keep her fake fans happy, which is exactly why she needs a better fan base. What does a real fan base look like? Myself. Someone who follows her for something most people aren't even aware of, her music. Yep, funny how most of Lovely Peaches fans don't even know about the music she creates other than joke rap songs. But you've made a whole video reacting to You Don't Know Me, so I know you've seen it yourself. Behind all the trolling, Peaches is actually a really good, talented singer, and she has so much more music like that. And that's her real dream. She doesn't want to be an offensive, self-depreciating troll anymore. Her dream has always been to be a singer. The sad truth is though, her music, despite being good AF, flops, because no one takes her seriously. Both her fake fans and her haters all see things like her talking about harming her baby, or even simple jokes like pretending she has terrible hygiene, which she doesn't. She is actually really clean, and everyone she meets in real life says she smells nice. And they think there's no way this crazy woman has good music. In a perfect world, people would somehow find it in themselves to forget her past, stop encouraging her to repeat it, and actually learn to respect her. That way, she could actually grow as an artist, gain followers through positive means, and actually be able to make money while following her dreams instead of trolling online. But a world like this can never come for as long as people keep sharing videos of her talking about her hygiene or anything bad she does. If instead, you and many others could make more videos about her music and positivity, instead of the things she says for shock value, we could come a long way in helping a young, mentally ill woman better herself. Of course, I cannot ask that you promote her music because I understand you and your subscribers may not be into that, but please, the least I ask is, no more Lovely Peaches exposes her hygiene, talks about her baby, which again was all trolling, etc. She still sometimes continues to act this way because this is what she thinks will please the internet most. So let's please all try to stop enabling her, and maybe we can change that. Thank you for listening if you actually got this far. I know I write a lot, but actually getting to know Peaches' side of the story really just honestly breaks my heart. So Peaches had also spoke about her childhood a while back on a live stream. It's really disturbing, and from this live stream what we can gather was that what her alleged friend was telling this drama channel was true. Doesn't excuse her disgusting behaviour though.
I was 13, he was 35, okay, I don't really know where to start. Like, what do y'all want to know, honestly? Me and him were in love. I remember the first time we had, it was my first time, and he was obviously my first time. I remember I was in the hotel and we were talking, we were watching Disney Channel. I remember Ant Form was on. So yeah, we were watching Disney Channel. He started touching me. I actually met him on the platform Facebook. That was like popping back. I mean, it's still popping, but like, yeah, I met him on Facebook. So we was talking, and he started touching on me. So I was like, you know, we was just kissing, and somehow our clothes ended up off. I think I took my shirt off first, and yeah, to be honest, I don't have much memory about like the actual start. Honestly, I've had over 100 men when I was like 14. I had reached 100, so who knows how many men I done had in my life.
So what are your thoughts on Peaches at this point? Let me know in the comments.